Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
What happens when the greatest shooter women's basketball has ever seen collides, at least in legacy, influence, and imagination, with the man who permanently changed how the world views the three-point shot? Caitlin Clark versus Steph Curry isn't a matchup you'll ever see on a scoreboard, but it's a rivalry playing out across generations, across leagues, and across the future of basketball itself. One dominates the modern WNBA spotlight. The other redefined the NBA forever. And the question is unavoidable. Are we witnessing the same basketball revolution twice? Basketball isn't just about wins anymore. It's about gravity, fear, range, confidence, and belief. It's about what happens when a player pulls up from distances defenders were never trained to guard and makes it feel normal. Caitlin Clark and Steph Curry didn't just master the three-point shot, they weaponized it. And once that line was crossed, the sport could never go back. This story is bigger than gender, leagues, or eras. It's about how greatness echoes. It's about how one player opens a door and another kicks it wide open for the next generation. This isn't a debate, it's a masterclass versus a masterclass. Steph Curry entered the NBA as a talented shooter with questions attached. Too small, too fragile, too dependent on the three. Caitlin Clark arrived in college basketball carrying similar skepticism. Could her deep-range shooting translate under pressure? Could a perimeter-heavy style dominate the women's game? Both answered the same way, by breaking the system. Curry didn't just win championships, he changed defensive schemes across the league. Clark didn't just score points, she pulled women's basketball into prime-time relevance. This is talent versus talent, not rivalry fueled by ego, but by evolution. Each represents a turning point where basketball shifted its center of gravity outward, far beyond the arc. For women's basketball, Clark's emergence isn't imitation, it's validation. Proof that the same creative freedom, shot-making audacity, and offensive imagination belongs at every level of the sport. Steph Curry's career averages over 24 points per game, elite efficiency, and more than 3,500 made three-pointers tell only part of the story. His true dominance lies in spacing. Every step past half court stretches the defense like a breaking point waiting to snap. Caitlin Clark's numbers hit with the same shockwave. Nearly 28 points per game, elite assist numbers, deep shooting accuracy, and the distinction of becoming the all-time leading scorer in NCAA women's basketball history. These aren't stats, they're statements. Where Curry bends defenses with off-ball movement and relocation shooting, Clark punishes coverage with ball-dominant creation. Different methods, same result: chaos. Clark stands 6 feet tall, but plays like the floor is tilted in her favor. Her range isn't just deep, it's confident. She shoots shots that demoralize defenders, sap crowd energy, and flip momentum in seconds. Her mindset is fearless, bordering on audacious, and that fearlessness is contagious. Her signature moments, logo threes, no-look assists, late-game takeovers, aren't accidents, they're decisions. Clark doesn't wait for permission to dominate, she takes it. And teammates follow because her confidence becomes the offense itself. Leadership for Clark isn't vocal dominance, it's inevitability. When the game tightens, the ball finds her, and more often than not, history follows. Curry's skill set is surgical, lightning release, endless relocation, ball handling that punishes even elite defenders. Defenses don't just guard Curry, they orbit him. His historic milestones, unanimous MVP, 4 championships, the all-time three-point record, exist alongside moments that feel mythological, shots that shouldn't work, games that shouldn't turn, yet somehow always do. Why do defenses fear Curry? Because he never stops. Because the second you relax, he relocates and the game ends. Curry's shimmy wasn't trash talk, it was a warning. Clark's deep pull-ups from the logo send the same message. These moments weren't disrespectful, they were declarations that basketball had entered a new era. Both faced criticism. Curry was accused of ruining real basketball. Clark has been labeled flashy, polarizing, too confident. The backlash always follows the breakthrough because innovation makes people uncomfortable, but the culture responded louder. Jerseys sold, ratings soared, young players copied the moves. That's how you know the impact is real. They've never shared a court, but the contrast is electric. Curry thrives in motion, Clark thrives in control. Curry breaks you by movement, Clark breaks you by decision-making. Where Curry dances around screens, Clark forces defenders to choose, step up and risk the drive, or sag and watch the three fall. Different weapons, same devastation. This isn't about who wins, it's about how both force basketball to answer them. Shot selection defines both legacies. Curry shoots on rhythm, Clark shoots on courage. One flows within chaos, the other commands it. Their court vision separates them from pure scorers. Both see two passes ahead, both punish hesitation instantly. Defensively, neither relies on physical dominance, but both anticipate passing lanes and disrupt rhythm. Basketball IQ isn't measured by points, it's measured by control, and both possess it at historic levels. Curry helped turn the NBA into a three-point spectacle. Clark pulled women's basketball into record-breaking viewership territory. Millions tuned in, not because of marketing, but because greatness demands attention. With that attention came noise, doubters, hot takes, online wars. But pressure doesn't break legends, it sharpens them. Both embrace the spotlight and let the game answer back. Steph Curry made kids believe shooting could be enough. Caitlin Clark made girls believe range could be power. Together, their influence reshaped who basketball belongs to. Clark has said legacy is about inspiring the next generation. Curry's career proves inspiration is contagious. One revolution didn't replace the other, it expanded it. This isn't comparison for superiority, it's recognition of lineage. Caitlin Clark and Steph Curry represent basketball at its most fearless. Two masters, two eras, one shared truth. Belief can stretch the game beyond imagination. If this story moved you, hit like, subscribe for more basketball documentaries, and drop your take in the comments. Whose impact do you think changed the game more, Caitlin Clark or Steph Curry? The conversation starts now.